Alright girls and boys and everything in between, it's Ace Trainer Liam back with another episode of Form Fight. Form Fight is a series where we take a look at a Pokemon with more than one form, we have a look at the differences between those forms, and we try and work out which one is the best. And just for a bit of fun and so we can see those Pokemon on the battlefield, we also have a Metronome battle between the different forms of the Pokemon. If you're a fan of Form Fight and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button to show your appreciation for this series, and of course subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. But with all that out of the way, let's have a look at today's challengers. Today we're going to be comparing the two forms of Persian, Cantonian and Alolan. Now Persian's pre-evolution, Meowth, does have its own Cantonian and Alolan forms, however we won't be looking at those today, since most people don't tend to keep their Meowths unevolved, except Team Rocket. A Cantonian Meowth can be obtained in several different ways throughout Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova or Kalos, and will evolve into a Cantonian Persian at level 28. Alolan Meowth, however, can only be found in the Alola region at present, and will evolve into an Alolan Persian when leveled up with High Friendship. So let's take a look at what's so different about these two cats. According to Pokédex information, the Cantonian Persian stands at 1.0 meters tall and weighs 32.0 kilograms. Its Pokédex entries tell us although the jewel on its forehead appears to be a different colour than those of Alolan Persian, it's mostly made of the same material. This Pokemon is popular with rich people. It's also targeted by hunters who are after the jewel in its forehead. Alolan Persian is just slightly taller, standing at 1.1 meter tall and weighing 33.0 kilograms. And the Pokédex says that in contrast to its lovely face, it's so brutal that it tortures its weakened prey rather than finishing them off. Its round face is a symbol of wealth. Persian that have bigger, plumper faces are considered more beautiful. In terms of appearance, these two Pokemon share the same feline figure, with Alolan Persian having a more rounder, flatter face, more in line with the face of an actual Persian cat, and of course having darker fur to reflect its new typing. In their shiny forms, Cantonian Persian gets a slight yellowish glow to it, and Alolan Persian takes on a much deeper blue fur, possibly as a subtle reference to breeds of cats with grey fur being referred to as blue cats. Now let's take a look at their typing, weaknesses, and resistances. Now Cantonian Persian is a pure normal type Pokemon, making it only weak to fighting type moves, with no resistances to speak of, and of course an immunity to ghost type moves. As for Alolan Persian, it's a pure dark type Pokemon, making it weak to fighting, bug, and fairy type moves, resistant to ghost and dark type moves, and completely immune to psychic type attacks. Now we're going to take a look at the stats and abilities of these Pokemon. Now Cantonian Persian is a quick Pokemon, given its great speed stat, although it has a very average array of other stats, neither being particularly hard hitting nor bulky. Ability-wise, Cantonian Persian's primary ability is Limber, which gives it immunity to paralysis. This is handy since Persian's only real selling point, if any, is its speed, which you don't want chopping down by paralysis. But with its low defense stats, meaning Persian will only ever survive a couple of hits at best, you should be worrying more about hitting harder and less about status conditions. Its secondary ability is Technician, which increases the power of moves with base power 60 or less by 50%. This is a great tool for getting more firepower from your Persian, giving moves that are guaranteed hits like Feint Attack and Aerial Ace base power of 90, although even then, a base power 90 move from a Pokemon with 70 base attack isn't going to one-shot many opponents. Its hidden ability is Unnerve, which prevents opposing Pokemon from eating held berries. This is a great strategy killer, especially against Pokemon like Snorlax, who are often very reliant on berries to either restore HP after Belly Drum or remove the sleep status after rest. As for Alolan Persian, it has almost identical stats, apart from a small drop in attack to increase its special attack. Its primary ability is Fur Coat, which doubles Persian's defense stat. This can be very useful, as we said before, Persian's staying power is extremely lacking, so giving it a better defense against physical moves is great news. Just like Cantonian Persian, Alolan Persian's secondary ability is Technician, and its hidden ability is Rattle, which increases Persian's speed stat by 1 stage if it's hit by a bug, dark, or ghost type move. This is most effective to use when predicting a dark or ghost type move and switch Persian in, to give it an edge in speed for the next turn without it having to sustain too much damage. Now it's time for me to decide which of these two Pokemon forms I prefer, and honestly, even though I massively prefer the look of Cantonian Persian, I just think it looks cooler, even though it's less of a Persian and more of a Siamese cat crossed with a puma kind of look. But in terms of actual battling skill, I think I have to tip my hat to Alolan Persian. I just feel like even though it's got more weaknesses, it's got more resistances, it's got that psychic immunity. I think ability-wise it's been gifted a bit better, because yes, it still has access to Technician like the Cantonian one, but also Fur Coat and Rattle just gives you a variety of different strategies to use, And as well, with its special attack being that little bit higher than Cantonian Persian's attack stat, it's got a little bit more power behind it and can better utilize the amount of special moves that Persian can learn. You can do a same type attack bonus, Dark Pulse, with a chance to flinch, which is incredible, especially if you've used Rattled or something to get Persian's speed up. You can also make better use of moves like Thunder and Power Gem, so the possibilities with Alolan Persian, I feel, are more varied than those of Cantonian Persian, which is pretty much a one-trick pony. You either make it Technician or you don't use it at all. So I'm going to say Alolan Persian in this one. But of course, it's not just up to me, it's up to you guys to decide which of these is your favourite. But before you do, let's have a look at these Pokemon on the battlefield. It's time for the Metronome battle. Before we start, of course, I will point out, as always, these Pokemon have max IVs in all stats, 0 EVs in all stats, they're not holding any held items, they have neutral natures, they all have their hidden abilities just to make life easier, so the only real disadvantage or advantage is going to come from their base stats and their typing. Everything else is all up to the Metronome. Let's go. Here we go, the battle to see who really is the biggest pussy cat in the Pokemon universe. Who's the cat's meow? Is it Alolan Persian? Is it Cantonian Persian? You be the judge after you've watched this battle, as we see Unnerve activating on the Kanto team, but of course Unnerve isn't really going to have an effect in this battle because no one's holding any berries, unless some berries are plucked from thin air. We see regular Alola starting things off with Disarming Voice, going to do a little bit of chip damage to both its opponents there, both the Kanto team, and regular Kanto is going to respond, but how is it going to respond? Mist Ball is completely ineffective against the Dark-type Alolan team, so that was a wasted turn there with that Psychic-type move. We see Bounce coming from Shiny Alola. That's going to protect it by keeping it up in the air away from any potential damaging moves, but also it's about to deal mega damage in the next. Sacred Fire coming out from Shiny Kanto, but it's avoided, of course, because the Persian it was aiming for was about 6 miles up in the air, actually. We see a Sonic Boom coming out from regular Alola, doing a guaranteed 20 damage on Shiny Kanto. How will it respond? Goes for Water Pledge, avoided, must have been targeting the wrong Pokemon once again. How will regular Kanto fix this? Razor Shell, a little bit of chip damage, not really looking bad at the moment for the Alola team, although the bounce is avoided. That was an opportunity to deliver significant damage and it was missed by Shiny Alola. That's not good. We see regular Kanto go for Struggle Bug on both Alolan Pokemon, which means it's going to activate their Rattled ability, but not before it drops their special attack, but it is going to increase their speed because of that Rattled ability. So that's a good play for the Alolan team. The Alolan team are really getting lucky at the moment. Kanto really need to figure out a strategy and try and work something around to claw this one back. Work Up, gonna raise its special attack back to its original state whilst also raising its attack stat. So the Alolan team, they've got a strategy in place. They know what they're doing. The Metronome is favouring them at the moment. We see Swallow come out from Shiny Kanto, but of course, it's not stockpiled, so it has nothing to swallow. Could have restored some HP there. We see Kinesis coming out from Shiny Alola, gonna drop the accuracy of Shiny Kanto, so that's not really good, because Shiny Kanto's missed a couple of moves already this battle. Shiny Alola starting off proceedings once again this turn with a Horn Attack onto Shiny Kanto, really wants to take it out of the battle. It's almost down to half HP at this point, and here comes regular Alola with Shadow Bone, which is completely ineffective against normal types, so that was a lucky break for the Kanto team. Regular Kanto going for Fell Stinger, going to do a little bit of super effective damage, although, wow, that was an incredible Fell Stinger there, but it is going to activate Rattled once again and increase the speed of regular Alola, so that's not good for regular Alola. We see Shiny Kanto going for Trick or Treat, but it's avoided by the Persian team. It's not looking like a good turn. We see the Alolan regular Persian coming out with a Seed Bomb. That's going to do some significant damage onto Shiny Kanto, putting it down into the danger zone of 30 HP. It's not looking good for Shiny Kanto. We see regular Alola going for Vice Grip onto regular Kanto. Oh my word, that possibly could have taken out Shiny Kanto. Magma Storm is avoided by the other Persian team, that's not good. Here we see Shiny Kanto, I'm getting so mixed up. Shiny Kanto with Shadow Ball, going to do a tiny bit of damage to Shiny Alola, but also going to once again activate the Rattled ability and increase the speed. I think both Persian on the Alola team are at +2 speed at the moment, so they are definitely going to be moving first. We see regular Alola going for Charge Beam, but it is avoided. That's a lucky break for Kanto. Shiny Alola, what have you got for us? Icicle Crash, if that's on Shiny Kanto, that's a difference maker. That's an ender. It's on regular Kanto. That is lucky for the Kanto team. That would have chopped down regular Kanto's teammate there, who is going to fire back with Swallow. Once again, you've not stockpiled. You can't do that. And we see a flinch from the other Cantonian Persian. Here comes regular Alola with Strength Sap, which is going to lower the attack of Alolan Cantonian Shiny Persian, and it's going to increase the HP. Oh my god, massively increase the HP of regular Alolan Persian. Here we see Shiny Alolan Persian coming in with the Swift. That's going to hit both opponents for a little bit of damage there. Really is a dangerous place for Shiny Kanto to be in. It's responding with Thrash. Oh my goodness. So it's going to try and do as much damage as possible. That was a significant hit, dropping regular Alola down to less than half HP. Smelling Salt, going to do that. Oh, that was a significant bit of damage there. Both Alolan Persians are a little bit in a dark area now, right now. No pun intended. We see Scary Face going to drop the speed of which Cantonian Persian there. It's going to drop the speed harshly on the regular Kanto, so that's going to be moving last most turns now. Regular Alola goes for the Water Pledge. That was missed by the Kanto team earlier, and oh my goodness, dropping it down into the danger zone on regular Kanto there. How will it respond? Rock Polish, going to try and increase its speed there. Is that really going to make a difference this far into the game? The Thrash attempted to continue from the Shiny Kanto, but it was avoided. Unfortunately, that Thrash is over. Regular Alola goes for Sing. Gonna put Shiny Kanto to sleep here. Oh, it's not looking good for Shiny Kanto. I think its teammate needs to wake up and do something really special there. We see Alolan Shiny Persian going for Happy Hour. Wants to celebrate early, it looks like. Oh my word. I think Alola genuinely believe they have this battle won already, but don't get too cocky yet, Alola, because Kanto could pull something out of the bag. We see Flash from regular Kanto onto regular Alola. Going to drop that accuracy. That could be the difference maker. That could turn the tide of this battle one way or the other. We see Shiny Alola coming in with Rock Blast. That's going to take out one of them. It does one hit, two hits, and down goes Shiny Kanto. Regular Kanto, I should say. Shiny Kanto still in this one, but it's asleep. This really isn't good. We see regular Alola coming in with Sharpen. It's going to increase its attack stat. Oh my word, Shiny Kanto, you need to wake up. You need to wake up and do something if you want any chance of winning this battle. Oh my word, you are in a bad position right now, my friend. It's time for the Alola team to come in and wreak havoc. Shiny Alola going for Heat Wave. That's it. That's got to be it. That is the end of the battle. The Alola team were just dominant from the get-go. That was incredible. Well done to the Alolan team. You have come out victorious. So you've heard what I've got to say. You've seen the Pokemon on the battlefield. Now it's time for you to decide which of these two Pokemon forms you prefer. Is it Cantonian Persian or is it Alolan Persian? Drop me a comment down below and explain to everybody why you think your pick is the coolest cat. Of course, follow me on Twitter for all my latest updates. Don't forget to come and hang out in one of my Twitch live streams because I love talking to you guys. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so via Patreon. There's a link in the description and you can do it for as little as $1 a month. Of course, if you're new, hit subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss an episode, and until next time, I'm Ace Trainillium, keep on training.